what's up, guys? I am so excited to be on week 4 in our series on the Beatitudes. Remember, the Beatitude is the Greek word for blessed. And so what we've seen throughout this series is that God blesses those who blank. And so we've seen an attitude that we should adopt for ourselves. See, in this Sermon on the Mount, we see Jesus sitting on a mountainside with his disciples, teaching in an Old Testament way. And as he's teaching them these things, Jesus is imparting wisdom to them that they need to know. So this week, we are looking at verse 6 of Matthew chapter 5, and this is what it says. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be satisfied. See here, hunger and thirst is a metaphor. It's like they are longing for something. I'll say this, the first century Jew could relate to this because their culture was not one that had a lot of money. They cannot relate to us Americans as where we're at in our lives right now. Yes, sometimes we might miss a meal due to different circumstances, but these first century Jews that Jesus is talking to, they truly went without meals a lot. This was a poor culture. These people did not have a lot of money, a lot of possessions. A lot of times they were farmers, and they were also sharecroppers. So these people, these Jews that he's talking to, his audience here, when he says, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, what he's telling them is, blessed are you who know what it's like to truly long for something. That's how you should be for righteousness. See, sometimes it's hard for us as Americans today to relate to that, but we need to put it into the context of what Jesus is talking about. He's telling those Jews, hey, blessed are you when you truly, truly long for righteousness. See, Jesus is not referring to here as justification. Sometimes we think righteousness, we think of justification. See, justification is simply this, being made right in the eyes of God. And that's only possible through belief that Jesus Christ is Lord over our lives. So he's not saying, blessed are you whenever you long for justification. What he's saying here is, blessed are those who pursue holiness. That is the righteousness that Jesus is talking about here. The righteousness that he's talking about is their personal lives and how that they follow God. So he says, blessed are those who long. Blessed are those who hunger. Blessed are those who thirst for righteousness. Blessed are those who long to live a personal, holy life. A life that's connected to God and to his commands, connected to him through the reading of his scriptures, connected to him through the prayer and through memorizing God's word. What Jesus says, blessed are those who truly long for God and for God's character. That's what Jesus is saying here. Blessed are those who truly long to know God and to be like him. So here, this is the truth whenever we read this. We cannot satisfy a hunger or a thirst ourselves. See, only a gracious God can satisfy the things that we long for when it comes to righteousness. So we can long for relationships with different people and how we're so distanced from each other right now. We can long to be back together. We can long for sports. We can long for band. We can long for all of our friends to come back together. Think about it in that way. Think about it for your personal life, that we should long to hear from God, that we should truly, truly lean into God's word. He says, blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. See, whenever we hunger and thirst for righteousness, when we truly long for who God is, his word says that we will be satisfied. Well, what does that mean? See, the true satisfaction comes from knowing God, from knowing his commandments, and following through on them. Whenever we truly know who God is and all that he gives to us as his children, we will find satisfaction in knowing that his grace is enough for whatever we are walking through. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this past video. Look, to stay connected with what we're doing here at Midway Church, there's many ways you can do that. The first is this, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also, when you subscribe, turn on your notifications. That way you know when we post a video so you can be in the loop about what's going on. Every Sunday morning at 11 a.m., Midway Church will be broadcasting our sermons live on our church Facebook page. Just type in Midway Church. There you will find exactly where we will be worshiping together as a church. If you don't follow any of our social media accounts, you need to do that. Our social media for Instagram is midway_students. There you'll find all of our posts and other content. And also, if you're on Facebook, it's Midway Student Ministry. I hope you go there. You'll find out what we're doing, and it'll be a way for you to stay connected in a time where things feel so crazy. Boom.